What is shaking, my North County fam? I'm your girl Kelly, here to give you the rundown on what happened in St. Louis County government this week, and I'm gonna give you a couple highlights and then round it out like I usually do with the legislative corner. So the first highlight: the St. Louis County Council Bipartisan Reapportionment Commission met this past Monday evening, mind you, for the first time since August. Yes, y'all. And so I know you're like, okay, this bipartisan reapportionment commission, what the hell does that mean? So basically, it is a fancy word for saying that it is a group of people that are coming together, basically looking at changing the boundary lines that really impact and influence representation with regards to the St. Louis County Council. So basically, it's redistricting for St. Louis County. And bipartisan, it means that there are folks that represent both parties. So we have equal representation from each district of folks that identify as Democrats as well as folks that identify as Republicans. So I think it's one Democrat and one Republican for each council district that is part of this commission. Something else I wanted to mention. So yes, like I said, this was the first meeting since August. It's been so much drama, y'all, regarding this commission. I don't even really fully grasp and understand it, but there's been some alleging that folks are getting kicked off of the commission. I don't know, by Sam Page or whomever. I don't really know. So it's been like a lot of drama and back and forth. So I'm just happy that they were able to meet on Monday, because with these redistricting efforts throughout the country, and they're not like the easiest thing, point blank period, okay? Because it deals with representation, it deals with power, it deals with a lot of things. So it's legit a very important process. However, something to keep in mind is that these new maps that are being created throughout the country, they have to be finalized by the end of the year. And yes, y'all, this is the first week in November, and this is the second meeting that this group has conducted. So anyway, so they met, and there was a link provided on the meeting agenda, which I will share when I provide the little, written summary or whatever of this rundown, so you all can peep it and look at it too. But the link, so again, it shows the current map, right, of the 7 boundaries of St. Louis County, but the cool thing is that it provides census data from, the most recent 2020 census data and compares it to 2010 census data. So, yeah, it's really interesting to look. So I'll be sure to make sure y'all have access to that so you can kind of see what it's giving. So the commission, they decided that they will kind of get a final map or whatever ready, completed by November 22nd. Because, it's holiday time. And, when holidays come around, you blink and the year's over. So, so they plan to meet on these next kind of 3 Mondays. So Monday, November 8th, the 15th, as well as the 22nd, to kind of get this map finalized. They also said that they will do their best in having these meetings at different libraries throughout the county, because they really want to engage the public in this process. But if they're not able to book these libraries, that they'll continue to have the meetings at the county chamber, which anyone can attend. So the next steps, their plan is by the next meeting, which will be Monday, November 8th. They agree to have at least 2 maps prepared to discuss as a group. So one map prepared by the Democrats and one map prepared by the Republicans. So I'll be sure to keep you posted on what's this giving. So the second highlight I wanted to mention was really some legislation in the works. So during Tuesday's county council meeting, Councilman Fitch and Trachis, they requested preparation of a couple pieces of legislation that I found interesting. So the first, Councilman Fish requested preparation of legislation that creates the offense of vehicle prowling. So what does this mean? Okay, so this is, if the legislation passes, it will make the following unlawful. So 1, looking into the windows, testing, pulling door handles, or opening the trunk of a vehicle owned by another or without the owner's permission for the purpose of determining if the vehicle is unlocked or if items of value are inside. And then the second piece of this, it will make unlawful entering a vehicle owned by another or without the owner's permission for the purpose of activating a garage door or gate opener. I know, right? And then the second piece of legislation I wanted to lift up here, Councilman Tracus. So he requested the preparation of legislation expending, yes, spending, y'all, some of this ARPA coin for the South County Strong Plan, because he represents South County. So this is what his plan consists of, and this is what he's proposing. $2.5 million for the creation of a sobering center at the St. Louis County Department of Health South County Center. $20 million for a Department of Public Works Community Stabilization Task Force to abate derelict properties in St. Louis County District 6. $7.5 million for the renovation of the swimming pools and tennis courts at the Kennedy Recreation Center. And $7.5 million to finance bonds for the repair and upgrade of the Quail Creek Golf Course. $10 million for household assistance and child mental health services due to increases resulting from COVID-19, and $15 million to address small business economic assistance, lingering unemployment, underemployment, and workforce shortages. So this comes to a total of $62.5 million proposed in his South County Strong Plan. Really quickly, I kind of wanted to remind folks that Chairwoman Days and Councilwoman Webb, they kind of put out there a proposal. I think they were requesting at least $50 million of ARPA funding to really utilize and support and uplift North County. So I'm curious to see how these plans unfold and if any of these projects gets funded. And rounding it out with the legislative corner. So there's one piece of legislation that was passed during Tuesday's county council meeting that I wanted to lift up to make folks aware of. Bill number 300, like I mentioned, this was passed by all of the council members, and it executes a contract with CGL companies, and it will provide for CGL to study, review, and analyze current practices and policies at the Department of Justice Services, and they'll provide recommendations for improvements or changes to practices, policies, and ordinances, and they'll also incorporate current best practice principles for about 6 months. So starting in the middle of this month, ending in May, and they will be getting $121,000 for their efforts. Yes. So that's all I have for you this week, y'all. Please have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and you'll see me soon. Peace.